The current state of the anime community is a complete disgrace. And no, I'm not exaggerating, because people, what are we even doing? Every month, every week, there is some sort of discourse going on, and it's getting all so damn tiring. This week we had a 1000 community uproar due to what might as well be Satan himself for some people, rearing its head once again in the form of discussion of fan service. I'll give you a TLDR for this video if you don't want to be here any longer or cancel my voice or whatever. Enjoy what you enjoy, but don't look down upon others for what they enjoy. Fan service in anime is completely fine, and if you don't like it, don't watch it, and don't start insulting people over it and call them names. Just move on and go do something productive with your life, you know, like we used to do in the past if you didn't like a certain anime. But no, you're all cloud chasing goblins nowadays, thinking you are fighting for the greater good, trying to defend literal drawings to earn some imaginary brownie points with people. Go find a real problem in your life to fight for. Like, I don't know, the current ongoing and intensifying attempts at trying to censor any kind of perceived adult content, anime most definitely included, because you're so busy fighting for the wrong things that soon enough there won't be anything left for you to enjoy either. But you're too narrow-minded and up your own ass to understand that. Oh, you still there? Sorry for getting so heated for a bit there, really, but no guarantee it doesn't happen again in this video. But that's only because anime is so near and dear to me, and I've enjoyed it for about 2 decades now, if not more, and it is sad to see the state that the anime community has turned into. Not a week goes by without some kind of motherfuckery going on. Japanese artists getting harassed by so-called fans, sending them death threats over perceived issues like shipping characters, making them too sexy or not appealing to your desires. People getting doxxed and being reported to the government over liking drawings of fictional characters or posting clips of an airing anime. Or causing so much outrage over gay characters existing in an anime that companies like Crunchyroll remove the entire comment section on their site. Like, what the fuck are you people even doing, man? 20 years ago when I got into anime, none of this happened. None of this hate, this mudslinging, all this vitriol churning around. Just people who liked anime getting together and talking about the shows they loved on the internet forums, or anime clubs if they were lucky to have one. Just having fun, you know, without raking you over the coals for who your favorite characters were. Sure, we used to laugh and say things like, your wife is shit and so are you, or joking about calling the police if you liked a lolly character. Nowadays, you'll get sent death threats, you'll get dogpiled on and arrested on social media, or worse, you'll get reported to police, wasting their time and money and potentially having your life ruined over pencil strokes on a piece of paper, pixels on the computer screen. Things used to be like that, because pretty much everyone in the community was a social outcast to some degree. The simple fact of even liking an anime got you bullied, which created a weird sense of unity among the anime fans of that day. We came together and we talked about our interest in anime, and everyone was open and accepting. Yeah, there might have been some rotten apples around, but that just goes for any group of humans in general. And considering fan groups were small enough back then, they eventually got ousted on their own. Nowadays, the people that were the bullies back then hopped onto the anime train, thinking it's a cool new thing to watch. I say the anime train, but it really is just the biggest mainstream anime that's popular enough to gain a huge following, mainly your big budget flashy shonen spectacles. Anything else needs to go according to these people, because it doesn't fit a preconceived notion of what an anime is supposed to be to them, the people that know nothing of anime. It doesn't even matter what the genre is, they all call it diddy blood ass shows. Be it your typical harmless slice of life cute girls doing cute things shows, or classics like Goddamn Haru Suzumiya, a show that paved the way for the big light novel adaptation boom 15 years ago. It's easy to pinpoint the reason why anime grew so much in the last 5 years. COVID came right at the time where all the Western media started its descent into self-regulation hell to make itself as harmless and inclusive as possible, be it comics or movies, removing any and all edge in order to pander the biggest audience possible to get as much money out of them. The thing is though, as soon as you want to make a product for everyone, no one will like the end result. If you know your demographic and give them what they want, success will be sure to follow. The thing Japanese anime and manga have been doing for decades. And here's the thing, these have never been made for a Western audience, but always for a domestic Japanese market. Well, until recently I guess, since Japan has noticed the demand for these products overseas. Which is fine, they need a better way to export their products. As long as Western sensibilities don't take over their content, it would ruin what manga and anime are. But because of this, there has always been a certain cultural threshold to anime and manga. people that used to get into the anime community had a certain level of respect for the medium and the culture of Japan. They learned and accepted the many mannerisms, tropes, and general weirdness that Japanese culture brings, fully knowing and realizing it's all a different country with different values. Sure, I can't speak for everyone, and not everyone was as respectful or understanding, but still, it was the majority for sure. Most newer fans lack this respect for culture, and since COVID ended, Japan has become the big hot new mainstream thing, and a lot of these people demand that Japan sends off these edges to appeal to them so that they won't get offended. Because this has worked for them before with complaining to Hollywood, the comic industry, and even the game industry, and see where that brought us. Movies that get a reboot that completely disrespects what came beforehand and feel like nothing but attempts to milk the corpse of a franchise that's been long been but 6 feet down. Endless gender and race swaps in comic books, resulting in manga outselling American monoliths of pop culture. And video games that in the last few years, well, there is a lot wrong with the video game industry, so let's just ignore that altogether for now. And it is mostly thanks to all of this that Japanese anime and manga have been doing so well in the last decade, resulting into them becoming as popular as they are now. Manga artists mainly, since anime is derived of their work, draw what they want and the stories that they want to tell, without trying to appeal to the fans, which may result in questionable endings to beloved series, but that's just how it is. And the irony also doesn't escape me in the fact that a lot of these newcomers will be the people that hate things like cultural appropriation and stand against that. But then will also demand another culture, Japan in this case, to conform to their demands because it's perfectly fine for them to tell how another culture should be. Apparently. Which then also sadly turns into a hot debate when it comes to the localization of said things, which honestly could be a topic for an entire video on its own, and a video many people have already made, either for or against these kind of questionable practices. A lot of these videos have been made in bad faith regardless on which side they're on, let's be honest in that. And because I know some of you people out there will want to make this political, I'll just say that I don't want to play into any of that. I just want my anime to be fun, and escape from this reality that show me wonderful worlds and tell a variety of great stories. Keep your agendas to yourself. When it comes to anime politics these days, the left is dumb for hating fanservice, and when someone likes lollies, that doesn't mean they're a pedophile racist Nazi that has to be put on a watch list right away. And for the right, gay and trans people exist in anime, and these topics have been in some Japanese stories for decades now. It doesn't mean that the woke mind virus has infected Japan. No, really. Both sides will claim either of these things are dumb and have their brains addled by American politics and need to get their heads out of their asses, because you're starting to smell. Regardless, when it comes to new fans to the medium, while gatekeeping sounds like a harsh thing to do, I do feel a difference needs to be made. It's nice to see new people who are legit interested in anime and the culture around it. If you happen to be one of those people, hey, I hope you enjoy your time with anime and the myriad of things it has to offer. Welcome to the club, I suppose. But it's also sad to see my beloved hobby get flooded by people who have zero respect for anything related to the medium, demanding it to change and claiming it for themselves. If you're one of those people, sincerely, get the hell out. Go find another hobby. Go find another community to bully in your ideal echo chamber. We ain't interested. This certainly is a video, isn't it? I don't really tend to make ranty videos like this, much less about current topics pertaining to the anime community. But I'm tired, boss. I've had it with all these moronic takes on the internet constantly, and I need to vent. It's the same shit every damn week. And by now you'd think that the people hating on anime for being anime would have left at some point, right? Nah, they seem to be more persistent than the rancid hive of cockroaches scuttling under the dumpster next to the sex shop downtown. Ah well, I've said my piece. If you made it this far, thank you for watching and hearing me out shouting into the void that is YouTube. I'm my name is Sar, and hey, maybe I'll see you in another more positive video I make down the road.